Oh, I need to change this. Come on. Cattle and crops. Oh, come on. Give me the keyboard.
Oh, so your wheels arriving Sunday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Saturday, huh?
Oh, okay. Well, Sunday then. It's fine. I'm not bothered.
You'll be able to use it in your next days off. Thistle, stop.
I thought it was supposed to be coming tomorrow. It's the 25th.
Yeah, today's the 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Now the only thing we have left to wait on is Morrison's.
Oh, right. Once I've updated that. Okay. Let's jump in this. Wrong side. Wow, so used to playing a different game. Okay. Let's go and finish off this field. And then we can move on to the other field that we've got a crop on. You watch, it'll probably take me an hour just to do this field. Do you want me to put it up on that? I can. I can. Lower.
Dad says wash it.
Wash it? Nah. It's not. It don't even belong to me.
Hey, Daz.
I'll let the rental company freaking wash it.
That's too funny. That's way too funny.
If it belonged to me, then I'd consider it. But as soon as though it don't, well,
You don't wash that out there. You scared to wash it off and it fall apart lovely?
well, that thing out there, I'm hoping it won't be out there for long. At least 6 months, and then it's gone. It just has to get me to August, to December, January next year, and then it's gone.
I thought he said one of them was 3 months.
He did, but I want to be sure. I'll try again in 3 months, but
You might have a new coffee birthday.
maybe.
Isn't that what happened last time?
Yeah. Yeah, I think. No, I think.
No, they were both in the earlier part of.
Yeah, I think we got the Yaris, the Toyota Yaris we got in February, May, April. Hang on, January, February, May, March,
March is the third month. Yeah, yours was
March, and then we traded the Yaris for the Corolla, and that was in
February. Because I remember that's when the registration was due.
right, and I think we got the Prius. I think that was
My Prius in January.
right, but when we traded it, when we traded that, we traded it in. It was June or July, wasn't it? Something like that. March again.
February was the Corolla. March was the Prius. Your Prius.
Right.
I know. I'm the one that had to pay the bills. The reg.
Right, does. It just, I know it's delayed, but
You did answer and wash it. No.
it's rented. It's rented. It's rented.
Yeah, they can wash it on their own. the way that scoop moves with the trailer.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Well, it should.
No.
Yeah, it should, because it's probably got a laser beam that guides it.
Now you're getting way too technical for this game.
Right. Right. I actually saw on the way home. Yes, on the way home. I think it was. Wait, hang on. Sunday. No, not Sunday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, I think. On the way home, I saw a combine harvester actually out
Yeah,
doing its crops.
I saw one on the road when we went up to Carlisle and back.
No, this was actually
I know.
in
There
its.
should be a mod that finds you if you don't send rents back as you got them.
Ah, yeah.
Don't give them any ideas.
Oh man, that would be funny. This game didn't take off like I thought it would.
Uh-oh.
They didn't. The modders haven't got hold of it properly. They haven't made any decent mods for it. There's no maps. And the thing is, it's disappointing, to be honest, because I think this game's a good game. Even the developers haven't given it any love. If you're going to create this kind of game, you need maps, you need variety, you need something that's like this. I've been playing this map for over a year, 2 years now. And you get bored with the same map over and over, and that's the only good thing about freaking farm simulators. There's modders that make new maps, and it gives it the variety that it needs. Come on. Why aren't you emptying? I'm stuck. You know what? Hang on.
Go on the other one.
No, I'm going over here, and we're gonna buy some stuff.
Why is your tractor in the middle of the road?
'Cause I sent it up here.
They
Seriously?
put up and left it. Yeah, that's not
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's how I think what they've done with it. To be honest, it's just not. They haven't given it any love at all.
well, you'll be able to switch this out for Farm Sim 2022.
Yeah, as soon as Farm Sim 2022 comes out, this will get a rest in peace put on the side of it. Because like as much as I enjoy playing this game, and I like the way they've done the graphics and all of that, if they're not willing to keep updating and create content for it, because the modders aren't, then there's no point in playing it. Even if it was a DLC, I'd quite happily buy a DLC with a couple of new maps and a couple of new vehicles, maybe a new species of animal. But they haven't even engaged and said, "Oh, we are working on this." I haven't seen anything about this. They're not updating on Steam or anything. It's ridiculous. Right, let's go and take out a few of these humps that are in my silo. I've just wasted money, but anyway. I try to keep a tight rein on my spending, but I've just bought these two implements, especially now that I'm going to be making silage. See if we can knock that. Yeah, I think they did that. You know, you might be right that they made a quick buck and left it. You know, there's too many companies doing that. Wow, this actually works. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Whoa. Wow, that actually does work. No, making mountains out of freaking silage. Okay. Wow. Okay. Alright, that's gonna be an interesting thing to use. Let's see if I can actually get this thing to move in a better direction. How does this work? Up and down. That's down. Down. Oh, right, okay, I see. Right. Let's do that height. Now let's see if we can knock this down. Oh, this is ridiculous. How the hell did we do this? Oh my god. Okay.
Are you making or getting rid?
I'm trying to flatten it. Let's put that onto the floor and see if that'll make it go away. Nope, that's not going to work. It needs to be higher.
Wood.
Let's try that. Let's try that.
Where is it? Find it.
Wow.
Find it. Again.
This is fun. This is fun. Or not. I can't freaking get it to flatten. How the hell does this thing work? Oh, wow. I'm trying to make it flat and it's just not happening. Oh my god, do I have a shovel? I do have a shovel. I'm going to have to get this shovel and shovel it flat. That is nuts. I could spend all day messing around with this. Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's like somebody put a tarp down, stapled it at the ends, and it's got a big air bubble in it. You're trying to get the air bubble out.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's go back next. Me put freaking 4x4. Oh, come on. Get 4x4 on and stick that on because it's definitely an uneven surface. Hmm. Well, it just will not go flat.
Make a hole down the side, drive through, dump it, and go.
Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that thing on the front. That is just nuts. Let's get rid of you. Wow. Now then, let's see if I can.
Run it over.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it was a waste of money
Let's sell it.
and make less money selling it. Why is that so high? Okay. Ah. Come on, backwards. This is ridiculous. It's reverse. Well, I would like to know that it was gonna freaking do that. I would have thought it would have just flattened it and left it flat, not dig it up and turn it into freaking Mount Everest.
Somebody playing Slime Rancher. Really?
Slime Rancher? What?
Yeah, it's a Slime Rancher. Let's see what it is.
Oh, do you know, I am not happy with that. Okay, let's get back in there. Let's go inside, and turn that off. And we'll jump into that one and see if we can actually.
Guy playing this.
Is out of fuel? Out of fuel? Oh man. Fuel. Fill. You what?
You build corrals with the slimes in the corrals, and you're ranching.
Is this gonna? It's gonna get stuck. It's gonna get stuck. Okay. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna just dump it in this one.
I think that's what else it will do.
Yes, I know, but I didn't want to.
Well, let's dump it here. Come all the way to the end first. No, other end.
It's coming. It's going this way. Yeah, I'm gonna dump it in here, and I'm just gonna shovel it across when I'm done. When I'm done harvesting this field, and I think I'm gonna sell the other one. The other field, I think I'm gonna just sell the whole lot. Stop.
the stuff coming out of the chute green?
Green. Of course, it is green, but it should actually be.
Brown.
It should actually be no. It should be. It should be a golden yellow colour because it's supposed to be corn, in it. Maize.
Weed.
Maize. It's corn.
Not what means.
It don't look like maize. Well, this is what they may grow in Germany called maize. Because you got to remember it was a German company that made this game. So, their definition of maize might not be the same as everybody else's. Oh, we actually got quite a lot of maize off of this field. I'm surprised. One crop off of this field's pretty much gonna feed the cows for 2 years. But I haven't got any cows, but it would, the amount of cows that I had, I think it would have looked after them for at least a year and a half. But I'm going to be buying, if I can afford it, 6. We'll see how much money we make from selling that other field over there. That's going to be an interesting episode, isn't it? Me shoveling freaking maize from one silo to another.
Those are scoop. And in.
That, or I could just freaking...
You can't just run over it with this and have it shoot over into the other one.
Yeah, that would be good.
Silo blower. Like a snow blower. Silage blower.
Yeah. It does seem to be taking so long to harvest this field.
The updates to the game any good?
What updates? There haven't been any. The last one they did, the last update they did for this was the soil update, and basically what they did was they introduced, hang on, let me stop. What they did was they introduced this basically is they've put 3 different soil types in: sand, silt and clay, and all of these fields have different amounts of or different levels of mixture of soil, right? So looking at this 22 field, right, we've got a low clay loam, so we've got this as the mixture on this field. Now they added in clumpiness, clumpy density, upper soil density, lower soil density, and these things have to be in a certain range for this field to be healthy. And then you've got down here what percentage of each soil type makes up this field. It's made it really complicated. Some fields need a ploughing and cultivating, and sometimes it needs cultivating more than once to get these in the right positions for you to grow your crop. like this one now, as you see, I've got a crop still sitting on there, but it's gone. This bar should be at this end when you first harvest, when you first seed. This bar should be at this end, this bar should be at this end, and these bars will go backwards as the crop grows. It's weird. And then you've got levels, the level of depth. This is where you actually watch out for how much you need to plough. It became really complicated a system to look after your fields. But that's the only update. That's the last update that I've seen. They did before that. They did wear and tear update. So basically, it's hard enough making money, but now your tractors break down, and to repair them it costs you quite a bit of cash. They updated the tire differences. Like you'll get brand new tires. They'll look sort of like that. And then the wear of as the tires wear away, they change shape and colour and all sorts of stuff. It wasn't, to be honest, that update really wasn't necessary. I don't think that was, in my opinion, I don't think that was a necessary use of time. When you've got things like you need new crops, new animals, some dairy cows, milk and all that sort of stuff to put in. You go and mess with mechanicals of vehicles. What the heck's that all about? It's a farming simulator, not a freaking mechanic simulator. That to me should have been the last thing that they freaking put in. When you've actually completed all the other stuff that you should have put in this game to start with, then you can start doing the I'll put maintenance into vehicles and tires and stuff like that. It didn't make much sense to me, that update. I don't like bad-mouthing companies, but that deserves it. That kind of behaviour deserves it. You've got one map. You've got a limited amount of vehicles. You've got no milk cows. You've just got beef cows. You've got no sheep, no pigs, no chickens. You've got,
well, it's called cattle and crops.
Right, cattle, right, yeah.
Cows.
One species of cow doesn't contribute to a game called Cattle and Crops. Don't tell me it does, because where's the Highland cows? Where's the Channel Island? There's a cow that lives in. There's a cow that lives on the Channel Islands. There's all these different types of cows, and yet you've only got. What about longhorns? There's no longhorns. There's just beef cows. If you're gonna make a game called Cattle and Crops, it has to be more than one species. No goats. That's it. No goats. Yeah. What?
Nothing else I said, I don't argue with you. They call it cattle and crops. Yes, there's not a lot of species of cattle, but there's cattle.
One species.
Like Dad said, they made a quick buck and ran.
Yeah, that's how it feels. And it took them 3 years to produce what they did.
Which is crap.
And they said, "Oh, here's full launch." Boom. Half of game. Too many companies do that. We'll give you half a game and we'll call it good. Wow, how much more of this field is there? It just feels like I can't get this field cropped. Half an hour it's taken to do what I've done today, and it was an hour of this, the last video. But yeah, to me, if they ever watch my videos, they'll probably be a bit upset, because like I start out on my first episodes, I start out praising them and everything, and my attitude towards the game changes because they aren't doing what I expect. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels the same about it, because like you've got to do something that makes it better on updates, and you can't take forever to do these updates. This thing, I need a bigger trailer. Maybe I should rent a freaking big trailer just to get this field done. You know what? When we get to this silo, I'm going to cover that other one up. Yeah. What? Stop. Stop trying to climb that wall. It's empty. Right, yeah, it's this one. Cover. I know I should have compacted it more, but I've really lost patience with this one. I missed whatever he said now, because it'll. Oh, hang on.
This is why I like FS, as I know it is faults, but I think they're getting better.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Like I said, I'm hoping the ground texturing looks better than just a flat field. I think they've actually listened to one of my videos, because I turn on in one of my videos after slamming the hell out of them, saying that I don't like flat fields, and they've gone and worked on a technology that they've gone a different route to how I would like them to have gone. But if it doesn't look like a completely flat field, then I'll be okay with it. I've got the very first one they made, so I can pull up versions of the same game over and over, and all of the texturing on the fields have barely changed, and they're all flat. So
Can we play 7-3
You c yeah, you can on this one. It'll should be able to it should be able to play on this one. If not, we'll end up buying a console. We can always buy a console, and it does work crossover, so you still would be able to play with me, and it'll just be plugged into the TV. But that's how it's going to work anyway. This has faults. I think all Farm Simulator games have faults. There's some of the games I used to freaking play where the tractor would just hit something in the graphics. It would hit something, and all of a sudden the tractor would be like 30 feet up in air. And it just bounce off the ground 30 feet up in the air. It would be spinning around and then land like 4 fields away. So yeah, I've played some seriously messed up games, even ones that actually really did have dynamic ground in them, but for some reason the dynamic ground was causing issues with the actual game, and glitched out, and they did the same as everybody does. They money grab off of it and don't bother actually fixing the issues they've got. But I was really hoping that we would get something. It's like when let me see, when was the last update? We had March the 30th this year was the last update, and that was a performance update. So it wasn't even a contents update. March the 22nd was the soil update. February the 12th was the release, update release. Hang on, I don't know what that was. Some update release, and then December 17th was the maintenance update. It's not finished. Wow, the amount of freaking grain I am getting off this freaking field. I remember doing this the first time on this field. I never made this much grain off it. Yeah, I'm like I say, I'm probably going to switch to FS, and that's the other good thing is I can play with people, with friends. I can warn them that their stream, their game, or this game or whatever game is going to be videoed. So, but yeah, like I say, I'm getting a copy. I'm going to get two. I'm going to get 2 copies, like I did with FS 17, because I ended up getting one from me and one from my wife. We ended up playing that together for a while. Come on, why aren't you dropping out? I hit the button. Ooh, crunch. Oh, come on. Alright. Oh, here we go. That was glitchy. That was really glitchy. They're advertising FS22 to be bringing seasons in. That's I thought that seasons were already in the game. I can't understand why they're promoting that feature again. Because I already know that it was in 17 and it was in 19, so it's not a new feature. Right, but it was in the seasons in game wasn't a mod on 17, or was it? Is it a mod? I can't remember if it was a mod. But is on 19? Isn't it in 19 as a base feature? I thought it was in 19 as an actual base feature. I never bought 19, so I can't. Like I say, I boycotted it, but I'm sure it was in. Actually, 17. No, it was a mod. Didn't they actually fit? No, mod. Okay. Wow. So they didn't even. Oh. I am so glad I didn't buy 19. Oh my god. I thought that it was in there as seasons on 19. Oh wow. It's taking them 2 games after somebody modded it in 17 for them to actually release it in their own on their own platform. That's just it takes a modder to do something. Yeah, I don't. It's cable. There's a cable under there. It's just got him underneath my feet when I move my feet. Wow. They updated it into 19. Okay. Because I was, yeah, I'm not sure. Was it a DLC? Can't remember. I've kind of watched what they were doing without from afar. But look what I'm doing to this field. You should see my tracks coming all the way down this part of the field. My wheel tracks are all over this field. Okay. You have to move, dude. You know, I filled this frame. I filled this flipping harvester up with fuel, and it's gonna cost me, because I'm gonna lose £2 worth of money just because I freaking filled this thing up. I should have been able to partially fill it, but no, it forces you to fill the thing to full from empty if you call someone out. So that's basically stole £2 off me. Yay, 1 hour, almost 1 hour to finish this field off. Oh my god, that is just ridiculous. It's taken me forever, and I think I did 2 episodes. This will be the second one. Second one of doing this. So when I finish doing this, I'm gonna have to check how much is in that second silo. I can't recall pulling this much maize off of this field before. I filled this one up. I seeded this one before Christmas when I was doing it over in America. I had this field, those 3 fields, the field over the other side, all doing this, and it barely got to 100,000. And that field that silo I just covered up had 124,000 in it, and I'm still pulling maize off of this field. I think they've messed up with the way they've changed the soil mechanism on this to incorporate the soil changes. I think they messed up on the yielding on it, because this field, I don't think this field would produce the amount of freaking maize it has. It never used to pull this much off. It's like I'm almost full again. Right. You know what? When I finish pulling all this maize off this field, I think I'm going to rent a bigger trailer for that other field. I think I will rent a bigger trailer and just try and get as much of that field done all in one go, and then sell the trailer. Sell what's in the trailer. See, it's done it again, look. Wow. How much more's on this field? There can't be. There's at least another full trailer. I'm sure of it. When we go through the silo, I'm going to quickly jump out and see how much is in there. Come on. Stop. Right. Right, okay. Alright. Um, hmm. Let's grab this on the front. Right. Come on, turn. This is ridiculous. What? Okay. The weight thing on the front didn't work. You can go over there. Ems. Right. Jump out, jump out. Jump out. Let's go and have a look. I wish this would work right. Yeah. 109,000. So that's 200 what? Wow. It's over 250,000 litres. And I still haven't finished with that field. That's I think they've screwed up, you know. I don't think I'm supposed to get this much off there. I don't remember taking 250 litres of maize off this field before.
Sterling is something.
Huh?
This would drop the ball. She put it on the mat, right?
Right.
I'd roll it off the mat, get it toward my foot. I would kick it. Sterling jumped and blocked it. I'm like, what the hell? And then he started yelling at me. That's what I was.
Okay.
Enough. Done.
Okay.
It's Morrison shop was on the way. Okay, 9:10. He's driving a hot dog van.
He's driving a hot dog van. What?
I ordered brown sliced sandwich thins, and they gave me the white ones.
Right. And you're not wanting to eat.
I didn't want the white, I wanted the brown. Just let me. tell him before he brings it over. I don't want the white sandwich things.
Okay. Then he'll take it back and they'll refund it.
The onions I can handle.
It had to be brown bread.
Yeah. Soft brown sliced sandwich things. And they exchange it with the white sliced sandwich things.
Is that what brown bread for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if that help is coming from you.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I'm not worried.
I got the normal stuff for you. It's just that was for me. Come on.
Right.
It's for me for my 800 calorie meals.
Right.
Or less.
This field is just
Insane.
nuts.
This is the same one you're doing.
Yeah.
Hey!
It's the same field I was doing a week ago. I started harvesting this field last week. And I did a video of me just doing this for an hour last week.
Which is what you're doing now.
And I'm now doing another video that's lasted an hour
Of just doing this
Of just
field.
doing this
That's
field.
insane.
and I still haven't got this
You
freaking.
completed off.
It's gonna get done now. I'm not ending the video until it's over.
Okay.
So this.
You might wanna jump out and pause. No, no.
It's alright. Emma's not being. We'll miss it, and I'll
Pull it up on Hub tomorrow.
yeah, we'll watch it on Hub after it's done. We'll watch it after the other one. All right. You know what? I'm not even going to bother trying to take that through there. Alright. Come on, move. Yeah, I've got a steering wheel coming. It's not going to be the G. I couldn't afford to get the freaking G29. That's slightly out of my league right now. Maybe next year or sometime, depending on how long if this one breaks down. But the one I've got should be pretty decent. It's definitely going to be better than the one I had before I left. So, and the one I had before I left was okay. So that should be arriving on Sunday. So next Thursday when I come to do my streaming, I should have it. And what's my schedule again? I keep forgetting. I know I'm going to be moving Ranch Simulator to Saturday. But I think I might actually do when I get the steering wheel. I think I'm going to have to put in a steering game, a driving game of some kind on Thursday. So
Any suggestions, Daz?
um,
What about Stream Racer?
what?
Stream Racer.
I don't own Stream Racer.
There's a racing game.
Well, a driving doesn't necessarily mean racing.
You said a racing game.
Driving game.
Okay.
I'm sure I said driving, didn't I? I'm sure I said driving. Yeah, I
Yes,
should.
did he say driving
sure
or
I-
racing?
I said driving. I'm sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh man. Anyway, a driving game. If I wanted a racing game, I've already got one actually. One that I actually haven't played. Or I played it, but it's
What is it?
Dirt Rally 5, I think.
I don't think I've seen anyone playing that.
Because it's an old one. There's a newer version of it.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
There's a newer version of it, I'm sure. Let me quickly just check. Let me just quickly check. Dirt Rally. I don't have it installed, that's for sure. Yeah, Dirt Rally. That's all it is. So I got the free version of it. I think. Yeah. But it's not a game you can really play with a mouse as control system, so, or even a joystick. So I kind of shelved it. So I could play that, but I'll think about that one. When I get this, I want to play something a bit more relaxing of it. I think actually it's going to be a toss-up of one of two games. I'm either going to play
Naval.
what?
Ship's wheel. Steering.
No, that's not going to work. And most naval games are easy to use with keyboards. They are. It's either going to be American Truck Simulator, or I don't know whether Ranch will let me do that, or Cattle and Crops. Cattle and Crops will probably be good if it'll work.
This?
Yeah,
With that.
yeah. That's what I bought it for last time. Was for a farming game. Well, yeah. Well, FS22 ain't out yet.
Still FS17.
No, not going that far back in generations.
Maybe the ranch sounds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe that might work. Wow, another full trailer.
What you put any more in?
In what? In the silo?
Yeah, no, I mean
No.
the trailer.
18 litres. 18,150
You
litres.
definitely don't have a bigger trailer for your
Oh, it's, I'm renting another trailer.
Dad has gone to sleep.
He probably has. Other side. you know, the restricting of getting in the tractor from only one side is annoying. Wow, that's gonna be another full silo in it. Well, not full, but I bet that's gonna have just as much in it as the other one has by the time we finished. Come on. Hook up. Thank you. Unfold this. Please finish. Do you know, there's probably some more yield on those light lime coloured patches over there. I'm not going for them. I need this field over with. Mr. Cuban shop. Oh, right. That's alright. So you don't know whether I said it or not.
You can always go back and watch the video.
Oh, probably, but that saved him from falling asleep because he went to the shop. Oh my god, this field. When are you going to finish, man? It's almost half full again. Please finish. Please get this all in this trailer. I really don't want to have to come back for a small amount. You watch. It's gonna, I reckon. I might actually fit in it. It's 13 litres out of this. So, hopefully, I can get off this flicking field. Yep.
Hope you miss a foot.
Got to spin my hand.
That's what he says.
Oh, I missed a foot. No.
Oh, you missed one right there.
Yeah, I know. I've missed a few. There's a few on this field that I've missed. There's one here. There's one here. And there's two here. Or not. And I think there's some here.
Gotta get them all. Pokemon
Or not.
much?
Oh no, Pokemon, yeah. Gotta get them all. Gotta find them all.
Another feeling. How many?
There's a lot of Pokemons, isn't there?
No.
And some are rarer than others.
Yeah, I actually got a rare one this morning. Well, let's call them.
Right, fold. Right, we'll dump this in that silo. We'll find out how much we've made just off that one freaking field. Then we'll call it a day. Let's turn this flipping thing off. Hang on, stop. No, no, stop, stop. Oh, why? Oh, okay. Stop. Right. Let's unfold it. And then fold it again. Thank you. Right, let's go inside and switch this blooming thing off so it doesn't run out of fuel, although I should have been doing that before. Right, let's get out. Let's get in this. Let's go to the right side so we can get in. Right, this is the last silo, last piece we're going to put in here. We're going to sell that entire field over there.
Don't make lumps.
Make lumps.
That's what Dad said.
Make lumps. I'll try not to make lumps, but we're just going to get over this lump.
And I told him how to do it and he won't listen.
This is the last one going in here anyway, so I'm not worried. We're going to cover it up once I squashed it.
Slow down.
Speed up, you mean? There we go. Stop. Inside. Switch it off. Jump out. Let's go and have a look how much we've got in here. Wow. Okay. That's 300 and... Oh, hang on, it might be that much. 300 and... 7,000. 307,000 litres of wheat, maize coming off that field. Huh. Anyway, that's it for now. It never does. It never does. It actually don't look too bad though. Come on. A little peak here, little peak over here, and a lot over this side. It don't look too bad. I'm gonna roll it out, and I don't know why I bought that though. Why did I buy that? That thing does not do what I want it to do. Piece of junk. Right, until next time, I hope you all enjoyed watching me play Cattle and Crops, even though I did turn this one into Mount Everest. Yeah, I definitely could play with that all day long, but yeah, until next time, you all have a wonderful weekend.
Keep in touch, Daz.
I'll see you again soon, Daz, hopefully. Nice seeing you again, and good luck with the new horse. Might have to pop over at some point and see your horse. Yeah, might have to go and see it.
Okay, mate.
All right, man. You be safe. I'll see you again soon. Bye.